The Playboy Mansion, once the ultimate symbol of luxury, fame, and power. But behind these gates lies a story far darker than the glittering facade would have you believe. From shocking allegations of control and exploitation to the untold stories of celebrity scandals, the Playboy Mansion holds secrets that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. So what really went on behind closed doors? Let's uncover the truth. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lindsay Unfiltered. Today we will be talking about the dark secrets that lie beneath the Playboy Mansion. This is a part of our Scandal series. We are on P. If you haven't seen that Scandal series playlist, make sure to go and check that out. A through Z, random topics, and all equally as scandalous. We're going to dive into Hugh Hefner, his rise, his fall, and the allegations against him as Playboy editor-in-chief. If you like content like this that revolves around scandal, true crime, conspiracy with a twist of humor, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 2K. I want to thank all of my subscribers. Without further ado, let's get into the scandal that is Playboy. When we talk about the Playboy Mansion, we talk about this place that is lavish, filled with celebrities and beautiful playmates, right? Playmates. What are playmates? They are the women who are models for the company Playboy. They notably had the bow tie and bunny ears and very revealing clothing. Where did Playboy start? It started with a man named Hugh Hefner. Now, Hugh Hefner was the founder and editor-in-chief of Playboy magazine. He had many, many girlfriends. What's wrong with that, Lindsay? At one time. At one time. He may have had 3 or more girlfriends at one time. Could you imagine just keeping up with one, but you have multiples? Not for me. Hugh Hefner passed away in 2017 from an E. coli infection that led him to become septic. He lived a long life, though, succumbing at a ripe 91 years of age. Playboy had some iconic moments as well. The Playmates and Hugh Hefner appeared on a show called The Girls Next Door, and it was a show on E! Entertainment showing an inside look of these Playboy bunnies, Hugh Hefner, and their relationship. The Playboy Mansion, in my opinion, seemed like the biggest party you didn't want to miss out on. I mean, there's drinks a-flowing, women a-flowing, there's music a-flowing. It seemed like a liberating adult lifestyle that people wanted to indulge in. I mean, I was a little bit too young to know how that looked at the time, but if I can imagine it, you're in a time where the 70s, the 80s, where the revealing of women's bodies is seen as a no-no. So it gave women a liberation, in a sense, to be as they were and revel in their beauty in different ways they weren't able to before. So it all seems good. You got an old guy, you got a bunch of girls, and you got liquor and a huge house. What could possibly go wrong with that? Well, let me tell you, there were several allegations from former playmates, specifically Hefner's main girlfriend, Holly Madison. Now, in Holly's book, Down the Rabbit Hole, Holly discusses that Hugh Hefner only had a basic knowledge of each of his girlfriends, like their name, age, and how they looked. He didn't really get to know each of the playmates well outside of their name and their intended job. Holly also alleged that she gave up her entire life to be with Hugh Hefner at the Playboy Mansion. She said she was just a bartender, but she was expected to give up everything that did not align to the Playboy brand. They weren't allowed to talk to staff. Hugh Hefner could be seen as very jealous. Holly Madison alleges this on several occasions. In my opinion, they gave up their lives to be a playmate and live with Hugh Hefner in this huge house. But it came for a price. Some of them may have been paid exceedingly abundantly well, but it came with the price. It came with the price of your identity. It came with the price of your soul. According to USA Today, Hefner wanted Playboy to embody a revolution, but some of the women who knew him personally and professionally say he institutionalized and normalized their exploitation and objectification. Many of the women interviewed were involved with Playboy more than half a century ago, and their physical and emotional abuse continues to impact their lives, their health, their relationships, and their sense of self. They go on to say, Holly Madison, Hefner's former girlfriend who starred on the reality series The Girls Next Door, called Playboy cult-like and said her first experience being intimate with Hefner was traumatic. Madison was not the only woman to have these allegations about Hefner, but with her being the most prominent girlfriend or the first girlfriend or the most important girlfriend, these allegations were taken more seriously than the rest. And I can agree that I believe that Playboy as a brand and the women who were employed by Playboy were exploited by Hugh Hefner for financial gain. I think he enjoyed his life, his culture, the way he lived, but his bottom line, in my opinion, was the most important to him. And if anything came in between him and his bottom line, that was it, in my opinion, right? So exploitation, huge, huge, huge. Again, you get to live this great, free, liberating life, but how free is it when at the end of the day, a man still tells you what to do, how to do it, when to do it? How is that in any way liberating? Everything comes with a price. Now, here's a bonus question for my subscribers. Do you think Hugh Hefner trafficked Playmates? With the Playboy Mansion being huge, full of women and substances, you know who would flock there? Celebrities, okay? There were tons of celebrities at the Playboy Mansion. The most notable example being Bill Cosby. We know what Bill Cosby has been accused of in the past, right? What if I told you he may have committed those heinous acts inside of the Playboy Mansion? An article from Rolling Stone says, appearing visibly shaken with lips trembling, Judy Huth told jurors in a California courtroom Tuesday that Bill Cosby was waiting for her outside of a bathroom at the Playboy Mansion in 1975 and beckoned her to a bed by patting the mattress next to where he was sitting. She was 16 years old at the time. She goes on to say, he wanted me to sit down, and I sat down. I was scared, Huth recalled, publicly describing the alleged attack for the first time since suing Cosby in December 2014. He tried to lean me back. He was leaning me back, and then he tried to come at me and kiss me. Then he put his hands underneath my belly button where my high pants are, and he tried to put his hands down my pants. Was this the first time a woman was SA'd at the Playboy Mansion? I don't think so. Were any of the employees SA'd at the Playboy Mansion? I think so. Was a Playboy a toxic work environment that was also misogynistic while exploiting the liberation of women, those same women that they were being misogynistic to? I think so. Do you think this mansion represents empowerment or exploitation? Or a little bit of both? Hugh Hefner gets 0.2 brownie points from me because he was a huge advocate for liberation, LGBTQ rights, and civil rights, and freedom of speech. He was a champion when it came to speaking on people that were underprivileged or discriminated against. So you get a point or two or half a point or a crumb of a brownie for that, Hugh Hefner. But what was going on behind the walls of Playboy? Let's take a short listen to what one of the former Playboy models has to say about this.
Somebody told me what it was. It was a butler. He said, it's pig night. I said, what?
Hefner had 2 pimps bring up 5 or 6 girls each in their car. It was called pig night, but we as butlers were always told, do not call them pigs. As the butlers, we would serve them dinner. They were told, order anything you want. Hefner would sit at the head of the table. One at a time, the girls were escorted into the front bathroom, where the doctor would inspect them for anything that would be detrimental to any of his friends. The girls that passed muster would have sex with the different friends of Hefner.
This is a brief look into Hugh Hefner and his reign over the Playboy Mansion. Playboy now has become more of a digital media company. No one's buying XXX magazines anymore. I mean, it's not that type of economy. It's not that type of market, right? They don't even buy the DVDs anymore. We're all digital. We're all internet, right? I feel like that could take a huge hit to a company that basically thrived off of the magazine, the taboo things that they did for men at that time. But now Playboy is more of a digital company that tries to move away from Hugh Hefner and his quote unquote cult-like following of multiple women. When you think of Playboy, you think of Hugh Hefner, you think of Playboy bunnies. The rebrand, in my opinion, is never going to hit the same as the original. But what do I know? I'm just a person talking to a camera. Now that we talked about Hugh Hefner, a couple of the things he was accused of, what do you guys think? You know I love to bring the audience in to talk. Do you think the Playboy Mansion was a symbol of liberation, or did it hide a darker truth beneath all the glitz and glamour? What do you think about Hugh Hefner as an editor-in-chief, head of this company? He was accused of many things, but never did we see him go to jail. I will be waiting for your comments in the comment section below. I want to thank all of you for watching the video, and hey, I have a membership if you guys want to join. I'm always looking for good video topics, guys. I have more true crime content coming, and I'm so excited that we're continuing this journey into 2025 together. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This has been Lindsay Unfiltered. Bye now.